Hello, today I'll be doing a video on a classic horror story featured on Netflix. A group of Italians get into a car wreck and wake up in the middle of the woods, puzzled as to how they got there. This starts out like any other horror movie, a group of people stuck in the woods, no cell phone reception, and something sinister lurking by. It seems to be going in the Blair Witch route, where they're going in circles and there's no way out, which I don't mind. This concept has been done to death, but I like it as long as it feels fresh. But it doesn't go that route. Throughout the movie, I really had no clue what this movie was aiming for. It was very creepy, nasty imagery, and I had a sickening, uneasy feeling for the most part. I like movies that make me feel queasy, not literally, but in a sense where I'm dreading what's going to happen to these people. It's one of those situations where if you were one of the characters and had a gun, it would be better to just shoot yourself before they could do anything to you. So, as I'm watching, I'm really into it, and unfortunately, it ended up revealing way too much about who these people were, what their motive was, and just the backstory in general. It didn't feel like there was any sense of mystery anymore, which made it not as scary. At first, I was thinking this was a cross between Blair Witch and Wrong Turn. It definitely copied Wrong Turn, which was disheartening. It also copied a lot of Ari Aster movies as well, and I'm scratching my head at this point, like, what is this? After a while, it just started ripping off all these other movies. But it still managed to do its own thing and feel fresh. And there were a lot of things I didn't see coming. It still managed to be its own movie while snatching things from others. The score was also fantastic, and so was the acting. And I give this a 6.5 out of 10. And this is where I'm gonna get into spoilers. But I'm glad they addressed the ripoffs. It started to make sense, but then reminded me of Cabin in the Woods, because Cabin in the Woods was very on the nose and was basically horror movie tropes. Although this was done a lot better because I enjoyed the entirety of this film, whereas Cabin in the Woods is only enjoyable towards the end, during the massacre. I could definitely see why some people will not like this. I had issues with the antagonist. He seems way too goofy and disorganized and manic to pull off something like this multiple times. Although it did show he was clicked in with the police. And then it did the whole antebellum reveal where there was only a flimsy gate that was separating them from civilization. Not sure how I felt about that. They were still ripping off movies even though it no longer made sense to do that. I still recommend the movie despite my nitpicks about it. It's still a very well made movie and beautifully shot, and when it wants to freak you out, it does.